what's shaking? I'm Mike. This is the Blitz, week 6, coming to you from the MFR. Hope you had a nice weekend. Hope you're having a nice week so far. Let's recap what happened in week 5. There's a lot to talk about. I had 90 views on YouTube. I appreciate everybody viewing the video. Thanks so much. Keep watching and keep sharing it so I can get this thing going maybe full-time, quit my job. Shh. Anyway, my week 5 pick results were 10 and 5. I picked a couple upsets. They didn't pan out. Oh well. But my yearly record is 43 and 13. Still good, but there is room for improvement. There were 4 top 25 teams lost last week. Number 6 LSU lost. Number 9 Georgia, called it. Number 11 Oklahoma State lost to West Virginia. Then number 23 Wisconsin lost to number 4 Ohio State. And number 25 Ole Miss lost to number 1 Alabama. Other notable wins and losses: number 8 Florida State beat Boston College. Then number 15 Miami beat USF. USF is 0-4. And then number 20 the Turds beat Kentucky. But the game of the week last week was LSU versus Georgia. Georgia's quarterback Aaron Murray went 20 for 34 for 298 yards and 4 touchdowns. He was Drew Brees-like, people, let me tell you. But not to, put any bad stuff on LSU. LSU played very well. Their quarterback, Zach Mettenberger, went 23 for 37 for 372 yards and 4 touchdowns. Seemed like whoever had the ball last was going to score. Another good thing about that game was Georgia's running back Keith Marshall stepped in for their starting running back Todd Gurley with 20 carries and 96 yards. Basically, I still don't think Georgia has a good defense, though. Sorry, dog fans. I want to give a shout out. Shout out this week goes to USC for finally firing that douchebag Lane Kiffin. I love it. He's such a douche. Anyway, another shout out goes to West Virginia and former Florida State quarterback Clint Trickett for going 24 for 50 for 309 yards and a touchdown in their upset win over Oklahoma State. Way to go, Trickett. Mentioned Murray before. Like I said, Drew Brees-like. So kind of a half-ass shout out to Murray because I already mentioned him. So let's talk about East Lake High. They beat Tarpon Springs 49-6 to go 5-0. Way to go, Driscoll. They play Seminole High at home on Friday night. Let me give a shout out to Florida State's defense. You guys start way too slow. You gave up too many yards and too many points to Boston College. I'm not taking anything away from Boston College, but come on. I know it's a new defensive scheme, and you guys are making great adjustments. It seems like, though, they're coming at the end of the first quarter for the rest of the game. You need to start a little quicker. You need to tackle better. You got 3 good quality offensive opponents coming up in the next 4 weeks. Get your shit together. So let's move on to week 6. We have the NFL. We have high school football. We have college football. We have Major League Baseball playoffs, and we have golf. But let's first look at the AP polls. Number 1, Alabama. Number 2, Oregon. Number 3, Clemson. Number 4, the Ohio State. Number 5, Stanford. Number 6, moving up 3 spots, the Georgia Bulldogs. Number 7, Louisville. Number 8, Florida State. Number 9, moving up 1 spot, Texas A&M. And number 10, dropping 4 spots, is LSU. Other notables, Miami moved up 1 spot to be from 15 to 14, and the Turds from Hogtown are now number 18, moving up 2 spots. So let's get right into Thursday games. So first and foremost, the President's Cup. It's a golf tournament at noon on the Golf Network. It is the USA versus the world. USA's defending champ. It's a great format, match play team format, just like the Ryder Cup. It's pretty cool. I would watch it. Anyway, moving on to Major League Baseball playoffs, you have Pittsburgh at St. Louis at 5 p.m. on TBS. We get to college football. Texas at Iowa State at 7:30 on ESPN. Texas loses. Do you think Mac Brown's getting fired? I do. I really do. Anyway, NFL, you got Buffalo at Cleveland, 8 p.m. on the NFL Network. And then at 8:30, you have Major League Baseball playoffs. The LA Dodgers at the Atlanta Braves on TBS. And finally, if I could stay up late and watch it, I would. Number 12, UCLA at Utah, 10 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. So let's move on to Friday. Friday, there's a lot of baseball, trust me. But at 1 o'clock, you have the President's Cup on the Golf Network. Also at 1 o'clock, you have Pittsburgh at St. Louis on the MLB Network. At 3 o'clock on TBS, you have either Cleveland or Tampa. Since this is taped on Wednesday, I don't know who they're playing tonight. So it's Cleveland or Tampa playing at Boston on TBS. At 6 o'clock, you have the Dodgers and the Braves on TBS. At 7:30, Riverview High versus Manatee High in high school football. I think I'm going to be going on that since it's up here in Bradenton. And then at 9:30, you have my Detroit Tigers taking on the Oakland A's on TBS. I'm not going to mention the college football because it's not worth it. In other words, if you don't like golf and you don't like watching baseball, another date night. But this time, ladies, you take your men out. Last week the men should have taken you out. It's like a Sadie Hawkins Friday. You take him out. If he wants to go get a Big Mac, you get him a Big Mac. You guys wanted equal rights and Title IX and all that good stuff, you can take him out on a date once in a while. All right, so let's move on to Saturday. Saturday, 8 o'clock, you have the President's Cup on NBC, pretty much 8 to 4 or something like that. And at 9 o'clock, ESPN Game Day, the boys from ESPN are going to be at Northwestern. It's going to be a 2 TV alert all day on Saturday, by the way. Starting with the nooner games, you have number 25 Maryland at number 8 Florida State on ESPN. You have Michigan State at Iowa on ESPN2. You have Penn State at Indiana on the Big Ten Network. And you have North Carolina at Virginia Tech at 12:30 on the CW. I'm going to get a drink because I'm getting a little parched. This time it's only water. Anyway, you have happy hour. The happy hour games. Number 3 Clemson at Syracuse at 3:30 on ABC or ESPN. You have number 6 Georgia at Tennessee, 3:30 on CBS. You have Georgia Tech at number 14 U at 3:30 on ESPNU. Or you have Minnesota at number 19 Michigan on ABC or ESPN2. At 5 o'clock, you have Cleveland or Tampa at Boston on TBS. So let's move on to the primetime games. You have Arkansas at number 18, the Turds from Hogtown, 7 p.m. on ESPN2. Going to be a good running offense versus a good, really, really good defense. You have Cincinnati at USF, 7 p.m., not on television. I wonder why. USF's still looking for their first win. Number 10, LSU at Mississippi State, 7 p.m. on ESPN. And Kentucky at number 13, South Carolina Gamecocks at 7:30. You have number 4, Ohio State at number 16, Northwestern, 8 p.m. on ABC. West Virginia at number 17, Baylor, 8 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. At 9:30 on TBS, you have baseball playoffs, Detroit Tigers at Oakland A's. And at 10 o'clock, ESPN, number 15, Washington at number 5, Stanford. Should be a good game. So let's go to my picks. I have Texas over Iowa State, Buffalo over Cleveland, UCLA over Utah, Florida State over Maryland, Iowa over Michigan State, Indiana over Penn State, Tech over North Carolina, Clemson over Syracuse, Georgia over Tennessee, Michigan over Minnesota, the Turds over Arkansas, Cincinnati over USF, LSU over Mississippi State, Ohio State over Northwestern, Baylor over West Virginia, and Stanford over Washington. Last week my poll was what was the best album that you could listen to, the first song all the way to the end, the last song. I got a couple of good ones. I got Red Hot Chili Peppers' Blood Sugar Sex Magic. I got Pearl Jam's 10, Prince's Purple Rain, and my favorite, Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. My week 6 viewer poll is name a living famous person you'd like to party with. Let's go to the movie quote. Last week, I once stole a pornographic book that was printed in Braille. I used it to rub the dirty parts. That's from Bananas. One person got it. Hokie grad Amy Pastrana. Go figure. Good for you, Amy. The helmets are still ugly. This week's movie quote is, fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. I'll say it again. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. What movie? So, I want to kind of give a little birthday shout out. Happy 40th birthday to my friend Jay Lee out in Vegas. Wish you were here, wish you were closer, wish you were in Florida, even though you're a Gator. We don't look at that way. But happy birthday, buddy. And to all the people that went to Mike Fest 4.0, it's the 1-year anniversary coming up this weekend. We're not having a Mike Fest this weekend, but we are going to have a Mike Fest 420 at the Dam next year. We're taking Mike Fest International. So, with that being said, hope everyone has a nice weekend. Drink responsible. Turn on, tune in, and drop out. Now enjoy some Jurassic 5. Hump day!
Yo, party people from right to left, just kick off your shoes and enjoy yourself. The recipe for rap is to flip the script, and we the Jurassic 5 and we bout to rip. So ladies and gentlemen,
from the music that sings far-fetched, extreme, from the brothers we bring.